Good evening, everyone. It's Darth Brooklyn from BrooklynTrader.com with a week in review. Another fantastic week. What else can I say? I mean, absolutely amazing. Market slid hard basically all week, except let's see, market slid hard out of the, after the late drop of the week before. But, here was the last 5 trading days, basically starting here, and then obviously it went down. Market dropped here, and, we were at a little bit of a bounce today. So in the face of that, we did, really well. So let's just get right to it. So Gas Star, I've been sending you guys emails on this because, it's been really going our way strong. And then on the 15th, on Wednesday, this thing just got murdered all the way down to 335 here for a maximum gain of 43% from our trigger price of 590. Okay, let's just bring that up. Yeah, so you can see right here, we shorted it right here, 590, and this thing just got crushed all the way down to here. Then we got Mosey, not doing so hot just yet, but it did go our way, 3.3%. And as you know, my rules, once you're up 2%, I put in a break-even stop. So you can see it closed down here at 257. So once this was up to 275, you should have had a break-even stop. So if you didn't take any profits at all, at least you'd have been stopped out for flat, and you wouldn't be negative. And then Halcon, another one, continued to drop on the 15th, also dropped to a low of 238. So let's look at HK. So where was this shorted? 350. So here's our short level right here, and this thing just got bashed down right here on Wednesday the 15th, all the way down to here, and then it retraced back up. So if you have your trailing stops in here, let's say here, whatever, once it started to move back up, you would close the position out and take your profit. NXTD finally crossed the $3 mark, dropped down to 254 for a 15% gain for us yesterday on the 16th. Let's bring that up. Okay, so here's our short here, drop down here on the 16th, down to a low. So another really good trade. I expect this thing to trail all the way back down. And this is just a piece of crap company as far as I'm concerned. But even if you took profits at these levels, 15% gain in that stock. MNOV, that was amazing. That was so great to watch this week. It triggered on the 14th. Within 2 days, it went from 395 all the way up to a high of 480 for almost 22% gain. MNOV, that was great. So where did we go along this? 395. So here, when it finally broke out of this pattern here, and then traded all the way up here. It was great. CDXS 245. This one, I didn't even pick this. This had nothing even to do with Ebola. I picked this, based on my usual strategy, my usual formula for picking stocks, long or short. And for some reason, this got into the chat rooms or whatever on Twitter or StockTwits or whatever, that these guys were somehow related to Ebola, with all this Ebola hype going on. And if you look here on the chart, look what happened here. So we went long this 245. So here's the long. We're in for a long here on this day. And then the same exact day, it gets ramped from 245 all the way up to 330 on the same day. Absolutely incredible. 34.7% gain. Okay. And this is why I talk about, putting stops on your orders. When these things ramp, you probably made 20, 30% with, if you have trailing stops. But if you would have just left it alone, it ended up the week at 225, down 8%. But you know what? Look at the volume here. Look at how much volume. Look at the normal volume here. And this is just bats on the bats exchange. But look at the normal volume here. Okay. So then all of a sudden goes Ebola bananas. They ramp it all the way up to 330, and all this stock. Now you got all these people who own it up here, and now the bag holders, and they're all sitting on it here, and they're realizing that this isn't going to go up anytime soon, back up to like 3 levels where they got in. So now all this volume that was accumulated here, now this is going to need to be distributed out, because they're all just going to puke their positions. And until they do, this isn't really probably not going to even move up until all this volume gets equalized to the sell side, and all these people, all these buyers here, get rid of their positions and move on. But who cares? We're already up our money and we should be out. So let's get back to this window. So then we got JAKK specific that triggered today, traded up to 820 just for a 2.5% gain. If you put in your break-even stops, you would have got stopped out for flat when it dropped back down to 8 and it closed down 790. But I think this thing has a way to go. This is oh, wrong ticker. I mean, this is just a beautiful pattern right here. You finally have the breakout. Okay, this thing used to be, you know, this thing traded in the teens, 10s and 11s. Okay, so we're at 8. Even if we hit that next resistance of 858, I'll take it. And the next resistance of this, 950, I'll take it. You know, we don't always need to, you don't need to ride the stock all the way up here. Okay, even up to 950 or 860 would be a fantastic gain. Okay, and you have, look at these. You have this nice ascending bottoms. Nice uptrend here. So anyway, so I think that's we're still looking good here. And then of course here we have this FVE that we've been sitting on since October 8th. This thing has just been brutal. We haven't got stopped out. It hasn't moved back up to our trigger where we went along 425. It's just hovering in la la land here, FVE. So we caught the breakout here. It went up a little bit, and then just pulled back. But we're slowly getting back to where we need to be. Rising bottoms looks good. But you know what? Even if this drops back down and stops us out down at what is the stop here? 379. Even if we get stopped out and it drops back down here, you know what? Look at the gains in all these other stocks. Who cares? You can't win them all. But I mean, I'll take a 10% loss on FVE. I mean, 43% max in GST. Small Mosey, 32% HK, 15% NXTD, 22%. MNOV, 35% almost in CDXS, 2.5 in JAKK. Who knows where FVE is going to go? That may go up 20%, 10% in our favor, but you know what? Even if it doesn't, we get stopped out. Big deal. Look at all these gains, and that's the name of the game. You want to be right more than you are wrong. So that's it, guys. If you're not already a subscriber, I invite you to come visit my site, www.brooklyntrader.com, and sign up for a 30-day free trial. You can also come and check out my results, snoop around the website, shoot me an email if you have any questions. But like I said, brooklyntrader.com, 30-day free trial. Follow me on StockTwits, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook at Brooklyn Trader. And it's Brooklyn Trader 1 for Twitter and StockTwits. All right, guys, have a fantastic weekend. Later.